Hey everybody. This is my usual annual Genericon recap because Genericons once again my college's annual anime, video game, and sci-fi convention, all wrapped into one for 3 days for a total of 48 hours, and I'm actually going to recap day one once again. I wanted to put in like footage for this one. I don't have any footage recorded, so it's just gonna be me talking. Genericon, for the first time, I actually pre-registered, and truth be told, I really didn't need to, especially since I'm a student, so I didn't save money. I was really just guaranteed to actually get a ticket, which they never sell, so you really don't have to worry about that. Although I am glad I got there early because I got there before, I got there about 10 to 5. It starts at 5. And they were running behind with getting the tickets starting to be sold, because I was standing there for a good 20 minutes before the line started moving. And thank goodness I was close to beginning, because the line for pre-registered was very long, for hours. It was pretty ridiculous. But because I was early, I got my badge, and oddly enough, it's not a button on this one this time around, which is what it was last year and the year before that. It's a string, so that's different. It's nice. It's cool. The program this year, however, really good. Like seriously, this right here is a huge improvement. Partially because it's color, but this is probably the best cover I've seen from Genericon so far for the program. Really nice color. They got a little inside excerpt right here. I really like what they did. The program itself is pretty much the same thing it's been for the last 2 years as far as format, but it's still really well made. And it gets everything across, all the information. No problem at all. I didn't go to opening ceremonies because opening ceremonies was postponed again, and I ended up missing it because I didn't go. What did I do? Oh yes, that's right. The first thing I did, because everyone was still setting up. It was first started, there was almost nothing going on. The first hour, the only thing that's really scheduled is open ceremonies, and that got postponed. And none of the shops were really set up to start yet. I guess that's the part of the problem with a convention at college. Sometimes I don't think they can get and start ahead of time. But so I started watching one of the first animes they were showing, which was All-Purpose Cultural Cat Girl Nuku Nuku. And despite the title, what I originally thought it was going to be, when I saw the title, it was actually a really good series. It was an OVA. I believe it was released in Japan in '92 and then dubbed here in '95. It was good. It was good, and despite the title, the main character Nuku Nuku, not the modern interpretation of a cat girl. She doesn't have the ears or tail or paws or anything like that. She's a cat girl because she has the brain of a cat. She's actually an android. So yeah. Really good series. If I can find it on DVD or VHS, which exists according, if the internet is correct, and I believe it is, I might pick it up if I can get it cheap, because from what I know so far, couldn't find it at any conventions. However, I did find Rurouni Kenshin Seasons 2 and 3. I have the Season 1, I bought that at New York Comic Con, which I probably should have done a video of that, but I found these are they were $50 each from one seller because they were having a sale, and this is the cheapest I've ever found someone selling DVDs of Rurouni Kenshin, and I am very happy that I have them because I love the show. And I actually have never gotten to see Season 3 because Cartoon Network never showed Season 3. So I don't know what to expect with that. Another thing I bought was these little itty bitty dice. I occasionally play Dungeons and Dragons with my friends, and what we got here are these little dice, and I just dropped one. Oh no. Thought they're good for novelty. And also, I mean, they're legitimate to use. So I got them. Yeah, they're really cool. Really cool looking. There was a lot of dice being sold, like a lot of dice. Some dice that I've never been seen before. They even had dice in dice. And a D100. They had a D100. My God. What else? Okay, so there was. I'm gonna cover the events that I went to. There was later today, because this is day 2, and I'm gonna be heading out soon. There's going to be like this anime game show going on, and the people there were supporting their convention, Toricon, and they were giving away free copies of their last year's program. So I took it because it was free. And speaking of free, business cards. Yeah, a bunch of business cards from like the vendors and stuff. Check the stuff out. As for events, I actually checked out a few good events. The first one, there was always there's 2 events that I watched, both from the same group of people. First one was Burn on Sight, bad anime. They covered and made fun of a few bad animes that they wanted to talk and make fun of. First they covered Yami Tuboshi Tuhan no Tabito, which has lesbian 15-year-old adoptive sisters. And one is very, very controlling. And that is only the tip of the iceberg with the wrongness of that series. Somehow there's interdimension travel, people die, characters who appear very shortly. It was weird. They also covered MD Geist and MD Geist 2. Extremely over-the-top violent anime movies. Then it's Save Me Lollipop, which you can actually watch on Funimation online, which really plot full of holes, definitely. They also made fun of Fate Stay Night. That's an anime I've actually heard of, never watched, and probably won't watch after this, because I can't stand protagonists that are constantly dumb, and it appears this is the case. And I believe, I should check this out, but I heard it was based off of a hentai. I wouldn't know. And the last one they covered was Muto, is this one considered a movie or OVA? Yeah, actually it was considered OVA. And actually, it was a really good idea to end with Muto, for its immense mediocrity and confusingness, according to them. Because the very next panel, right off that same room, was It Came Out of Nowhere. Good anime that you should watch. And they start off with Muto 2, Beyond the Walls of Time, because apparently that one, complete 180. And just by the description, it's like, I'm legitimately interested in seeing if I could find Muto 2. And maybe Muto 1, just so I can compare them. That was just... they showed the movie, they featured the movie They Were 11, which also is an anime movie that I'm interested in seeing, simply because it contains a cast where everyone is competent. And there's some actual mystery and suspense in a mystery anime movie. There's more to it, but yeah. They also featured King of Bandit Gene in 7th Heaven. This anime messes with your mind with they show, but it was it almost feels, I guess the best way to say it is like it's the almost kind of like the anime version of Inception, where it's like there's dreams in a dream, the thieves are in the highest security prison, 7th Heaven, and there's like everything is connected and relevant. It's weird. It's a 3-episode OVA, and Once again, they got me interested. And then they showed off Princess Tutu, an anime I've heard of many times, and I may actually get... I probably will, eventually. I don't care if it's girly. Yeah, I like a good story. And the last one they showed was Habine Renmei. And I do apologize if I pronounce any of these words wrong. Japanese is not my strong suit, or any suit for that matter. Very interesting, mysterious anime. The best way to describe it is that the presenter, there's a group of presenters and they take turns. She pretty much told us everything, at the same time telling us nothing, which was pretty weird. Very weird indeed. So after that, I talked to the guys, I talked with the panelists a little bit, nothing much. Really nice people. I had some time to kill before the last thing I wanted to do, but I found this DVD. Dragon Ball, The Saga of Goku, which, for those of you who don't know, this is not Dragon Ball that you've seen on Cartoon Network originally. This is the original dub of Dragon Ball that Funimation hired, I believe it was Kid Magic was the company, to dub, and it was only they only covered the 13 episodes before it got canceled. They actually started work on this before they started dubbing DBZ, but then they focused on DBZ, and then they later dubbed Dragon Ball again because DBZ was popular. So there was only 13 episodes plus a movie, apparently, Curse of the Blood Rubies. This contains episodes 8 through 13 and the movie, and I got it for $5, and according to eBay, I made a good deal, because the cheapest I was able to find this on eBay was $15, and that was in auction form, $20 in buy it now form. But I still have to find Volume 1, and usually online you can only find these together because it was also like a 2-disc set, which was really just a giant cardboard sleeve with both these in here. But I'm looking forward to watching this simply because of the history of the dub of Dragon Ball. And so the last thing I did was I entered a Mario Party tournament. Specifically Mario Party 4. Like they chose once the tournament started. I was excited because this was probably the only video game tournament they have where I can actually win. Unfortunately, I did not. In the first round, I was the first match, and we played Goomba's Greedy Gala, 15 turns, bonuses on. It was intense. It was intense. It was also a lot of fun between the people playing and the people watching. It was a fun time. I didn't win. I ended up taking third in my game, mostly due to the bonus stars screwing me over. But you know, it was a lot of fun. It was they were all good opponents. Unfortunately, one guy, the very last turn, we had a Bowser minigame, and one of the basically the guy who took last, he lost all his coins on the last turn because he lost the Bowser minigame. That is just cruel. Unfortunately, that's how the game goes. But everyone had a great time, even the people watching when it wasn't their turn playing. And I wouldn't mind playing Mario Party again. And so, what time is it? Oh, wow. I've been talking longer than I thought I had been. I apologize if this has gone a little long, but I'm going to get going, actually. I got to get to day 2. Because in actually less than a half hour, things that I want to do start happening. So I will see you all later, and hopefully there'll be more footage involved with these vlogs. So I will see you later.